Well, what should I do? I sighed, looking at the financial state of my restaurant, which was struggling due to the ongoing pandemic. I'm Yoshihisa Soneda, 25 years old. I run a fusion cuisine restaurant. Well, at least there's a reservation today, I guess. In our peak, we had a lot of part-timers, but now we've cut back to just 2. Good morning! Yuji Fukumasu, the college student working part-time today, arrived. Manager, I need to talk to you about something. Sure, what is it? Yuji hesitated, as if waiting for something. Then, someone popped their head in.
Good morning, Yoshihisa.
Kotoha, what's up? Why are you here at the restaurant so early? This is Kotoha Nikai, 26. She's my girlfriend. I'm about to talk with Fukumasu, so if you have something to say, please wait.
No, I'm here for the same thing.
Huh? We're dating now. What?
Yuji-kun, you were saying you got a job offer at a big corporation, right? So you get it, right?
No, I don't get it.
It's better to be with him who has a stable income than with the owner of an unstable business like you.
Sorry for having a bright future. So, things might get awkward with the manager and all, so I'm quitting my part-time job. Thank you for everything. Stunned by the harsh reality, Fukumasu boldly declared his departure. The 2 of them left through the employee entrance. I watched them go, dumbfounded, before realizing I have no one to work the floor for today's service. And we have a rare reservation today. What am I supposed to do? You shouldn't even be open. Just close up for the day. I shook off such evil whispers. As if my business wasn't struggling enough, if I lose the trust of my customers, it's over. Amid the chaos, I finally found one possibility. That's right, Shimozono, if she's available. Shimozono Hikari is the last part-timer I have left. I quickly took out my phone and called. So that's it. I know it's short notice, but could you possibly come in? In my confusion, I ended up telling her everything, even about Kotoha, which I shouldn't have. But Shimozono listened to everything silently. Then...
Manager, that's awful. Okay, I'll be there right away.
She readily agreed to fill in for the shift.
You seem sad. Manager, are you okay?
About a month had passed, and the shock of the breakup had begun to fade. The restaurant was operating normally, except for 1 day a week off. And that was all thanks to Shimozono, who had been working almost full-time. Shimozono is such a good girl.
Hey, don't treat me like a kid.
Shimozono pouted, looking like a middle schooler, but...
Even though I look like this, I'm a proper college student.
That's right. Believe it or not, she's a third-year college student, despite her looks. I know. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Shimozono puffed up her chest. That gesture was also strangely childish. The time I spent talking with Shimozono in the kitchen before opening was a good way for me to heal my broken heart. How's university going?
I've already got all the credits I need, so it's fine. It's also good timing that it's before spring break.
Thanks, but I've finally found a new part-timer, so I can let you go back to your usual shifts.
You found a new part-timer?
Why do you sound a little disappointed?
It's nothing. It looks like I'll be able to finish training the new person during spring break.
That's right. This time, we also hired a kitchen staff, so I need to do my best to train them.
Kitchen staff?
I figured it would be bad if I didn't know what to do with the floor when needed. Originally, our restaurant was run by me in the kitchen plus 1 floor part-timer. So I decided to keep an eye on everything, not just the kitchen.
Does that mean you're gonna make recipes for all your dishes, manager?
It's a bit of a pain, but once I have recipes, even a part-time cook can make the same dishes. That's necessary for me to be able to work the floor and oversee the entire restaurant.
I wouldn't skip out, though.
Yeah. It's not that I don't trust Hikari. In fact, I know I can count on you in a pinch. But I don't want to put all the burden on you. It's my restaurant after all.
If that's the case, then.
And as I declared, after training the kitchen staff to a certain extent, I started working the floor. Welcome. Right now, I recommend our spring vegetable soup curry. It's hard to oversee both the kitchen and the floor, but by working the floor, I can see areas for improvement. Thanks to my enthusiastic customer service, the restaurant's sales went up significantly, and the number of customers increased rapidly. Okay, I'm heading to the kitchen for now, so I'll leave the floor to you. Okay, replied Shimazono, who was also doing a great job leading the floor as a part-time leader. Thanks to that, our restaurant became a bustling business in about 6 months. Shimazono, you're graduating soon, right? The other day you said you wanted to work for me. Were you serious about that?
Yes, I'm serious. I haven't been job hunting, so I'll cry if you say no.
Oh man, the responsibility is huge. The business is on the right track, so if you're okay with it, I want you to be our first official full-time employee. How about it? Is that bad? Wait, why are you crying?
I'm so happy. I'll do my best.
Just as she said, as soon as she became a full-time employee, Shimazono began working on creating a customer service manual. She finished a very easy-to-understand booklet full of her know-how. It feels like training the part-timers has gotten so much easier because of it. Hikari, I'm thinking of opening a second restaurant. A few years later, during the slow time after lunch, I suddenly brought it up. A guy I met at a networking event for restaurant owners is closing shop. It seems like I might be able to rent out that property as is. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea, but why are you asking me?
If I open a second restaurant, I want you to be in charge there, so I was wondering if you were okay with that.
I'd be sad to be away from the manager, but we can meet after closing, and I'll go if you say so.
Well, I'll be going there half the week too.
Then it's no problem at all. The style will be the same fusion cuisine as here, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking of changing the concept a little, like to a fusion izakaya. The property was originally an izakaya, and I think it would attract former customers too.
I see. Even still, a second restaurant. It's become so big since when the manager was running the kitchen all alone.
I did the recipes, Shimazono did the customer service manual, and the preparations for hiring people and expanding were complete before we knew it.
Our sales have been working really hard too.
Looking back, I think the turning point was when I hired kitchen staff so I could oversee the entire restaurant. I guess that backstabbing Fukumasu was useful in some way. While I was talking, the door chime announced a customer's arrival.
Welcome! Oh, how cute. Are you helping out at home, little girl?
Shimazono unexpectedly glared. About 40% of our new customers mistake Shimazono for an elementary or middle schooler. Haha, you're mistaken for a kid again.
If I'm a kid, then the manager is a lolicon.
Hey, that sounds bad.
Oh, is that so?
No, that's not it. She's an adult, and she's our assistant manager.
Welcome to the fusion restaurant, Lolita.
Don't just change the name of the restaurant. A few months later, while I was cooking in the kitchen of the second restaurant, Hikari came rushing in.
Yoshihisa-san, Fukumasu is here as a customer.
I was surprised for a second, but we're not really on a greeting basis now. So I said that, but Hikari continued.
He's with a young woman. They seem pretty close.
Is Kotoha here too?
No, it's not Kotoha-san.
Huh?
Just come with me.
Hikari pulled me to the entrance to the floor.
We know them, so let's take a peek from behind.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
When I peeked, Fukumasu was indeed sitting at a table with an unfamiliar woman, looking very close. Did he break up with Kotoha?
Is Kotoha-senpai okay with this?
That old hag was just a fling.
You're bad, Kotoha-senpai. Always brags about you at work. Saying you are a promising man working for a big corporation.
It's hilarious that she thinks she's a good match for me. I played with her a bit, then she took it seriously, and now she's a pain. Always talking about marriage.
Didn't you like her before?
Nah, she was originally my boss's girlfriend back when I was a part-timer at his restaurant. When she found out about my new job, she started hitting on me with a vengeance. So, I just played along. The sex was good, and I also had a sense of superiority over the manager.
The manager must feel so pathetic.
However, it was lucky that the connection led me to a young beauty like Nanami. I heard a crack, and I realized it was the sound of me clenching my teeth. Kotoha being deceived doesn't matter, but remembering how I was looked down on and how he bailed on the restaurant, my anger came back.
Are you okay, Yoshihisa-san?
Seeing Hikari looking worried, she had already taken out her phone and taken a picture of Fukumasu and his date. Good. Take a picture of them. Fukumasu and his date were chatting casually while eating their drinks and food. Come to think of it, the place I worked part-time was a fusion cuisine restaurant. Well, it wasn't as refined as this place, though. Sorry for not being refined. I also improve over time. But the food here is delicious, so I might come back again. I wanted to say please don't, but I held back. It's more convenient if he comes back. I'll make sure he regrets it then. That night, after 3 years, I sent the data Shimazono had taken to Kotoha's phone. The message was just one line. He's cheating on you. With this, everything was prepared. I'd make them both regret it. I smirked to myself.
You little thief! Nanami, how could you steal your senpai's boyfriend? Kotoha-senpai, please calm down. This is just a misunderstanding.
Later, as I had planned, I managed to corner all the people involved in the back of the second restaurant.
I can't have you making a scene in the dining area. If you have a fight, do it here.
No, I don't really want to fight. Wait, is this the manager's restaurant? Yep, my second location. Thanks for your patronage. So, the manager called Kotoha, huh? That's right. After that message, Kotoha contacted me right away and asked me to let her know if he came to the restaurant again. By the way, I only helped Kotoha because I wanted to see Fukumasu get what was coming to him, not because of her. You're so devious. Devious? I don't want to hear that from you, who used Kotoha from the beginning just for your own amusement.
What do you mean from the beginning?
Kotoha, quick to react to our conversation, directed her anger at Fukumasu. No, that's not what I meant. Fukumasu was about to make excuses, but it seemed he changed his mind, probably realizing it was pointless. He twisted his face and declared, "Yeah, that's right. It was just a game with you from the start."
So when you said you couldn't marry me until you got a promotion...
That was a lie, obviously.
How cruel! I'm turning 30 next year. I've always believed in you and waited for you.
I don't care. Besides, what kind of guy would fall for a woman who flirts with other men while having a boyfriend? At that moment, Kotoha's face contorted. No tears, but a sudden demonic expression appeared.
Yuji, you've got some nerve!
That's my Kotoha, I thought to myself with satisfaction.
Now I'm going to completely crush you even if it means I go down with you. Let's fall together.
What? What, are you crazy? Do you think I'll be intimidated by those threats?
Threats? I'm serious. Don't underestimate the sin of wasting a woman's 20s.
Fukumasu was silenced by Kotoha's intense anger. That's right. Kotoha is the type of person who will attack without regard for her own harm once she's angry. I used to think it was part of her personality, but now I'm grateful that we broke up without any issues.
And you too, Nanami! Don't think you can get away with stealing someone's boyfriend! Please calm down. Let's settle this peacefully.
How long do you think that would take for Kotoha to talk peacefully? I don't have time for that. Now, if you understand, go home.
The exit is this way.
Hikari opened the employee exit that led out of the back. Wait a minute. Kotoha, let's talk.
It's too late. If you don't want to get beaten up right now, get lost!
In the end, Fukumasu and his date left the back dejectedly. Huh? Kotoha, you can go home too.
Thank you for letting me know.
Kotoha, without any sign of leaving, thanked me with an unusually docile tone.
I realized that I was blind. Yoshihisa is still so kind, and he's even expanded his business. Maybe I should have chosen Yoshihisa.
The door slammed shut. Shimozono stood by the door, silently looking at me. Kotoha must not have seen Shimozono.
A second restaurant? How amazing. You've changed so much.
Kotoha paused dramatically, then took a step closer to me and whispered seductively.
Hey, Yoshihisa, can we start over?
To Kotoha, who was doing her best to be alluring. I immediately rejected her.
Why?
Why? Because it's just impossible. No, it's impossible.
But you went out of your way to tell me he was cheating. Doesn't that mean you still care? And you let me cause a scene at restaurant.
That's only because I knew it would be bad if I didn't say anything. I only used Kotoha to get back at Fukumasu. But I couldn't say that, or she'd turn her anger toward me, so I tried to remain calm. I was sad. I got dumped for Fukumasu because my business was doing a little poorly.
But at that time it really seemed like your restaurant was going under.
Shouldn't lovers be supportive in those times?
Even if you said that, I don't know anything about running a business.
I'm not saying you need to help run the business. I just mean, shouldn't a lover cheer you on?
So, what you're saying is, you wanted me to cheer you on?
Yeah, I was depressed at the time, and I had some regrets.
Then...
Kotoha tried to use my opening to grab me, but that's all in the past. Kotoha went silent after I made it clear that she was in the past. And in that moment... Besides, I'm married already.
What? No way. That's a lie. There weren't any signs of that.
Are you talking about a wedding ring? Nobody in a restaurant wears a ring.
I mean, who is your partner?
I pointed at Shimozono, saying, this one.
Yes, I'm his wife, Hikari. Aww, a lolicon.
No! Besides, she's only a year younger than Fukumasu. After carefully looking at Shimozono, Kotoha staggered backward.
We've already had our wedding.
We promised that we'd go on our honeymoon when the second restaurant gets a bit more stable.
That's right. We're a married couple. We registered our marriage 3 months ago. No way!
Kotoha screamed and then slumped, defeated. She was then led out of the restaurant by Shimozono and left the place dejectedly. Whew, it's finally over.
Yeah, you did a great job. But weren't you going to tell Kotaha a bit more off?
Well, if those two are going to tear each other apart, I'll let some things go. I'm sure Kotoha will make a scene.
Also, do you really not have any lingering feelings?
There's no way I would. Did you get worried?
Just a little bit.
You are the only one for me.
Is it okay with me?
Of course. It's you that I want. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said yes when you confessed, or proposed to you myself, right?
Yeah.
After that, thanks to the rumors from our customers, Shimozono and I found out about the aftermath of Kotoha's actions. Kotoha actually showed up at Fukumasu's company and caused a scene.
And she sent them anonymous letters and made phone calls to harass them. I'm sure Fukumasu's standing in the company took a huge hit. Also, I heard that she made his girlfriend at work quit her job.
That girlfriend also had a habit of looking down on others, so I can't feel any sympathy for her. Kotoha herself is also in trouble with the police for her actions. It'll be hard for her to find a job or love around here. Her reputation has been destroyed. Rumor has it, she ran away from this area. I hope she'll keep it down for the sake of everyone she might hurt next.
It looks like she played her role as planned.
Yeah, she got what she deserved. A few months later, our second restaurant was stable, so Shimozono and I were in Hawaii for our delayed honeymoon. Right now, we're taking a break at a sports bar in Waikiki and having lunch.
This is delicious. Let's make it at our place too. I'll steal the recipe.
Ah, garlic shrimp. It wouldn't be bad to incorporate some Hawaiian flavors. It was a sports bar known for broadcasting games, but we were more interested in the food. Most of the ingredients are easily available in Japan too. Shimozono suddenly looked straight at me.
Hey, why did you choose me? Was it because of my charming, lowly body?
No, I'm not a lolicon. After a sharp retort, I cleared my throat and calmed myself. I proposed to you because you have always been devoted to me.
Yes, I'm devoted to Yoshihisa.
Unlike Kotoha, who changes partners depending on her situation, I don't want to live like that.
In richness and in poverty, to love and cherish, to comfort and help. For as long as we shall live, I vow to be true to you.
Ah, that's exactly it. A rolling stone gathers no moss. If you keep changing your goals and jumping from one thing to another, you won't end up with anything in the end.
Hello, Brittany here. That was a very cute episode. I love her. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.